Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another reading. This time, it's on Twitter again. So, if you haven't seen my last reading on Twitter and Elon Musk before he bought it, I'll put a link to it up here, warning about what was going to come and what was going to happen, and I was right. I do think a lot of the changes were things that they were thinking about already doing, and he just turned it up to 1 million and has made worse decisions in my opinion, but we'll see. So I'm going to kind of look at Twitter as a platform and kind of see where it's headed. Is Twitter actually going to die? Is he going to kill it? Does he know what he's doing? Is he willy-nilly? Like, what's going on? I'm also going to do a full-blown social media reading again, like I always do every year, but I'll do that in January. So we're just going to do Twitter for right now. So remember, these readings are all alleged for entertainment only, and let's get started. Okay, let me make sure my camera's working. Okay, I've been having issues with my camera. Okay, so first of all, I want to look at I want to pull a card that represents Twitter, and then I want to pull a card that represents Elon, and then I want to pull a card of the energy between the two of them. Oh, he's embarrassed. Okay, so Twitter is the strength card. So that's about stubbornness and holding on. So strength card to me makes a lot of sense considering the chaos that's happening right now with Twitter and all the crazy changes. People are fighting back internally at Elon. It's not working, but they are. I do see the strength card as like trying to stay firm. Here's the thing. He does want Twitter to be stable, but he doesn't know how. I also think that Twitter needed to change and needs to change, but they didn't know how. So the problem here is Twitter as a whole is stagnant, stale, and not really working. And it does need changes. And they didn't want to implement those changes. He's doing too much. So it's almost like he went all the way right when he should have stayed in the middle, if that makes sense. He like swung the pendulum too far. Now he showed up as the Queen of Cups. When I tell you, he is like, first of all, I don't really see him that emotionally invested in Twitter. I don't actually think he cares as much as he's pretending to care. It's an ego response. I will say the Queen of Cups is reversed, though, which tells me that, once again, I see a lot of his motivation almost like trying to prove himself to someone. Honestly, Queen of Cups, Piscean energy. It could literally be Grimes. I don't know. I mean, she kind of does show up in a lot of the readings that I do on him and in Twitter. I do think that he's still frustrated with how that ended. And I do think that there's a part of him that's like kind of trying to prove himself. I don't know if it's for himself or to her or because of the fallout of their connection. There's definitely still an obsession though with her. I'm not going to change my mind about this. That's my opinion, because from what I see, I think she lives quite literally rent-free in his head. But with the Queen of Cups being reversed, I'm telling you, there's a part of him that almost feels like in his mind, he wants to become like this humanitarian, but his brain doesn't work the way everyone else's brain works, so he doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand empathy or emotion, so he doesn't understand how to show that he cares. It doesn't make sense to him. So he's looking at this from a logical perspective, and he's using all logic, and it's just making it worse. It's like if you wanted to show that you cared about people and you wanted to help the world, but you didn't know how to do that, so you're hung up on the numbers and you're hung up on the ideas rather than the feelings. He just doesn't get it, and he will never get it. He's not capable of expressing emotion and understanding emotion in the way that everyone else is. He is not capable. It's not going to happen, and he doesn't understand that. So there's a complete disconnect between the way he communicates and the way we understand. I see this every time I read him. He doesn't get it. He is quite literally not capable of understanding. The Judgment card is reversed. He is so embarrassed. He is completely humiliated and completely embarrassed. He's not going to admit this, but the Judgment card is everyone laughing at him, and he's very aware of that. The thing is it's motivating him to prove them wrong, and it's motivating him to make it even better. He wants a success story where it's like, oh yeah, you counted me out, you thought I was crazy, but look what I did. The only thing I'm going to tell you though is that it's not going to be something he did. If Twitter is saved, it's somebody that comes in and helps him. It does look like I see him scrambling to try to connect with someone from the past that's helped him before. If he's helped before, I see him trying to bring someone else on. I don't know if he's thinking about merging Twitter with something else or someone else, or if there's a merger in the back end. I don't know what, or if he's just going to bring someone else on, but there's definitely something. It's like, oh, I'm going to bring on this expert. I'm going to bring this person on. Like, it definitely seems like he's going to try and ask for help from someone. I mean, he's not really going to have much of a choice in that matter. Do I think that he's actively trying to destroy Twitter? I don't know if I would say that he's consciously making an effort to destroy Twitter. I think that he's genuinely that simple-minded to the point where he thinks he's overestimating his abilities. So no, I don't think he's purposely sabotaging Twitter. I think that he truly believes his delusions in terms of how to fix things. He does. And I can't believe I'm saying that, but I am saying that he believes that he's going to fix it with his ideas. I mean, Twitter Blue and the check mark alone is like the worst idea that anyone's ever had. I don't know if that was his idea, if it was there before, but the way he pushed it and the way it went out, I mean, it's awful. Two of Swords reversed, the Fools reversed, and the Seven of Cups. I also think that there are people at Twitter that are trying to get him to sell. I think someone, or maybe someone high up, I think other people might be trying to get him to either resell it or get him out. The Two of Swords, it's like getting him out. There's definitely an effort being made to try to get him out for sure. It's interesting. There's like this giant effort. I don't know if it's coming from inside Twitter or outside Twitter. I don't know what it is, but there's an effort to try to get him ousted and to try to push him out. I do see him using this as a sympathy card. It reminds me a lot of when certain political figure, an ex-president, would do certain things and they were, terrible or illegal, whatever, and then when he got called out for it, would play victim. That's what it reminds me of. Okay, it reminds me a lot of like, I'm gonna take this and run for this. There's almost a part of Elon where it's like these people have been doing terrible oh my god. Remember those articles? It just hit me. I just saw a flash in my head. Remember those articles that came out about him with all those allegations, and he got really mad and said that the media was trying to tarnish his name, whatever, with like horrible allegations and stuff like that. Oh my god. So the Empress, the Eight of Wands reverse, and the Nine of Wands reverse, that has triggered something in him that he cannot let go of. That is where his motivation is coming from. That is where like his destruction energy and fuck the system energy is coming from. That's where it's coming from. Because the Empress is personal. And the Eight of Wands is reversed with the Nine of Wands, which is walking on eggshells from a situation. And the Eight of Wands is something that slowed down. So that's his like petty, vengeful spirit where he's like, fuck the media. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, and it's almost like he wants to go after the people. It's almost like he wants to prove to the regular person, the regular citizen. It's almost like he wants to prove to us that the mainstream media calculates things and tries to go after people. And I think he wants advertisers to go after him because he wants to be able to be like, see, they're coming after me. And he wants these big guys to come after him. So he'd be like, see, they're coming after me. See, they're coming after me. I told you they were always doing this. I told you they're against you. Like, this is all to prove his point that they control everything and that they're going to go after him. It's quite interesting. Something is happening. I just see someone else being in charge eventually, so I'm really confused. I don't know if there was a new hiring or what, but I see Twitter changing hands at some point. So I don't know what that means. I don't know where that's coming from. But at some point, there's some sort of switching of hands again, which I don't get what that means. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know if that means like pulling someone in again or selling or merge or pulling. I don't know. There's pulling of someone in and a switching of hands with Twitter. I don't know what that means. I wonder if he doesn't want to be the face. I don't know. Twitter is not going to be profitable at all. It's just not. It's not. By the way, it's not. The Two of Pentacles reverse, no. Eight of Pentacles, waste of time and effort, Emperor reverse, no. Twitter's value is not in what it financially makes you. Twitter's value is in the control that it has. The Emperor. It's the control that Twitter gives you that is the value of Twitter. It is not the money. It's not going to be profitable. I do not see him making it profitable. It's not possible to make Twitter profitable in its current state. If they wanted to make Twitter profitable, they have to restructure it completely. And if you restructure Twitter completely, it's no longer Twitter. So the odds of that working, who knows? I mean, that's a giant risk. I don't really think his ideas are what I would go with, but perhaps he's going to hire someone else on that's going to redo the entire app. You know, maybe he'll hire on someone who has like great, you know, ideas. Like, I don't know. I think about like MySpace and how like if you took MySpace and reinvented it and made it better or something. So I'm wondering if he's going to pull someone in, you know, like, oh my God, this person's a genius and they know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? I wonder if it's something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, what if he like where's Tom from MySpace? Because I see Tom in my head. So I'm like, what if he rehired Tom? I don't even know what the fuck Tom is doing, honestly. Anyways, Nine of Cups, Four of Swords reversed, and the Sun reversed. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is a huge ego blow. We know it's a huge ego blow. He's just going to make himself a victim. He's incredibly insane. Like, I don't, like, this guy is so weird. Like, you cannot, this is the type of person, okay, his energy is the type of person, why do you, like, if he didn't have money, nobody would care. Like, because his sense of the world is so fucked up and wrong, and he doesn't understand emotions. He's a robot. Every time I read him, he's a robot. Because he is quite literally insane, okay? Well, I guess I shouldn't say insane, but he doesn't understand, right? There's a complete disconnect between him and everyone else. He's an alien, okay? A robot. If he didn't have money, he would be isolated. I don't think people understand that. His energy, if he wasn't wealthy, he would be alone. Isolated with nobody, period. Like, because he cannot connect with humans on a human level, he would be alone. Like, what's that thing in Japanese culture? There's like a hair in my mouth. Hikikomori or whatever. Like, he's not leaving the house, tease. Like, it's giving that. Like, because he can't. You want to know why? He can't understand us and he doesn't want to try. He has zero interest in trying to understand other people. He just sees us as a waste of energy. The Ten of Wands is reversed, the Seven of Pentacles is reversed, and the Nine of Cups. Girl. He's just immature. Period. He's immature. I do think he's going to start using Twitter as a platform to blast certain people eventually. I think once he gets Twitter on a little bit more of a stable ground, I think he's going to use it to blast people. I think we're going to start seeing tweets from him that are going to be publicly blasting people he doesn't like. He's absolutely using Twitter as a mouthpiece. He's using Twitter's influence for himself, for sure. Elon's playing with fire. So here's the problem, okay, is that what I'm seeing is most people who are at Elon's level when it comes to power and influence have just ignored him. I don't think they've cared. They've let him act a fool. They've let him talk. They've let him do whatever he wants, right? They don't care. They think it's funny. They prefer him to take all the blame, because what I'm seeing is them being like, he likes the fame, let him deal with the fame, because people will be mad at him and not us. So people don't mind that. The problem is this move is going to start affecting the others. I see him fucking with their power, influence, and money, and he is shaking a tree with a giant wasp's nest. The Page of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Tower says that all of his old drama and all of his old problems will be resurfacing. Yes, he will be playing victim and being like, see, they're trying to come at me, but they are also not going to stop coming at him. His reputation is going to be under fire and under attack, and his character is going to be under attack. Good luck to Elon, because I don't think he really realizes that there are certain people that he's pissing off that he does not realize that he's pissing off. Like, I don't think he understands. He doesn't comprehend it. I think he overestimates his ability, and I don't think he really realizes that these people have existed for years and years and years, and their families have controlled power for decades and decades and decades, and you are not going to get in the way you think you're going to get in. The Star is reversed, the Death card is reversed, and the Four of Cups. Yeah. So there is going to be an active effort to try to expose his reality and his truth, and the things that he doesn't want people to see. And I do think they're going to be successful with that. Sure, he's going to play victim and be like, see, they're coming after me. But you're also destroying things. So for me, it's like, these are two villains, and both of them are trying to pretend to be the victim. Both of them are trying to use us to be like, see, they're not for you, I'm for you. They're both not for us. Both of them do not have our best interests at heart. This is a war between the two of them, and we are caught in the middle of it. That's what this is. And Twitter is the battlefield. Twitter is going to be completely revamped soon. And changed. I don't think it's going to make money. I don't think it's possible to make money the way it is currently, but I see it being revamped. I'm going to be honest. I think Twitter as a whole, I think that Elon might want, or maybe whoever he brings on, they might want a branding change. I think because he's very stubborn, and I see him being very pissed off. Like, oh, the guy before me, Jack, whatever, he decided this. No, we're changing this. We're changing that. It's like he's like stamping his level of approval over things. So I definitely see a rebrand or some sort. Maybe he's going to get rid of the birds or something. But I definitely feel like there's a switch that he's going to make. I wouldn't be surprised if he changes the color or something. I just see him changing something like significant about the branding of Twitter. And I don't know how, but I'm seeing that. Maybe they'll stop him, honestly, but I don't know. Something tells me he always finds a way to get what he wants. And yeah, I just feel like Twitter, I think the interface is going to change. Yeah, I think things are going to change. So Twitter as we know it is dead. That's it. Twitter as we know it is dead. So mourn the loss and move on. I don't think the platform is going to be completely erased just yet, but it's going to be completely revamped. Not really sure how long that's going to take or what's going to happen with that. We're still in limbo here. So maybe by January, when I do the social media reading, we'll have a better take on what's going on with Twitter. So remember that these readings are all alleged for entertainment purposes only. That's about it. Make sure you follow me Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Antphrodite. Also subscribe down below. I stream live on all those platforms. It's where you get readings from me. If you'd like to tip, there's a link to my PayPal down below. There's a button on YouTube that's a heart. It says thanks. You can give me money directly. And until next time, bye guys.